What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. I am the HNIC, the head nerd in charge of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United, Dakota Griswold. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where we bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday today. This today is, of course, the PS5 showcase. I hope you are really excited. More on some PS5 later, but right now I want to get into Fall Guys. Yep, right in the opening of the appetizers, we are talking about Fall Guys. Maybe not exactly, more so on Mediatonic, the developer that developed the game. They are reminding you that they've developed over 130 games. In fact, Fall Guys isn't even the only game they put out this year. Murder by Numbers that came out earlier this year, yeah, that's Mediatonic. But then they also made games like Hatoful Boyfriend. It's a pigeon dating sim. It's weird. Yeah. Foul Play that came out on 360 PS3. It was kind of like a brawler, a side-scrolling brawler, but in a play format. It was kind of cool. The Gears Funko Pop game and Fable Fortune. Let's just forget about Fable Fortune. I almost wanted to say moment of silence for Fable, but well, Xbox is actually working on Fable, so that's really good. But they developed quite a few games, and all right, they got experience. And hey, if you are loving Fall Guys, let me know all about it in the comments below. Is it really that great? It's been weeks, it's been months. It came out maybe a month or two ago now at this point. Is it still popping like that? Let me know down in the comments below. Now let's move on to, well, we got the games coming out for the SNES and the NES on the Nintendo Switch, and well, we got some great ones, not good ones, great ones. It's headed by Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Super Nintendo. Yes, arguably the best Donkey Kong game. It starts off, this is all going to be available September 23rd, and then it comes with the Peacekeepers. Beat 'em up for Super Nintendo. Was really interesting. It was fun. I rented that game several times back in the day because I just came, it wasn't one of those big franchises, or like a really known game, nothing like that. And I just happened to catch, like in a Blockbuster back in the day, I happened to just catch it there, sit there and say, what's this about? And it was a beat 'em up. So I'm definitely down for that. I love beat 'em ups, and this is really good. And then you got Mario Super Picross. If you're into Picross, and I don't even know all of this came out for Super Nintendo. Maybe this was only in Japan before. But then on the NES side, you got one game. You got SCAT, Special Cybernetic Attack Team. All right, the NES is getting all the weird stuff now. They got all the great stuff out, I'm guessing. So yeah, that's your games that come along with your $20 a year subscription for both the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. But Donkey Kong Country, good to have that on the Nintendo Switch. Now, Nintendo officially on the Japanese account, of course, showed us how that you can play Super Mario Galaxy in different ways. You can play with the Joy-Con and shake everything and show it just like how it was on the Wii. Or if you're playing in handheld, or of course on the Switch Lite, you can use your finger to collect stars and stuff like that, whatever you need to do. So it's possible, but you can always go back to button. No problem at all, because hey, I didn't like that issue I didn't really like the way the camera settings was in Mario Sunshine, and you really couldn't alter those. So yeah, this is good to see, and I can't wait. It's almost Friday. It's Wednesday today. 2 more days we will be playing the 3D Marios all on the Nintendo Switch. Me personally, I'm excited because I've never really played or finished any of these games. You know what? I've touched on these games, but I've never really played them. I'm gonna beat all 3 of these games. Honestly, I'm going in. It's really good always to have Mario, but these are the 3D Marios that escape me, and hopefully eventually we'll get Galaxy 2 on there. Now, well, Daniel Amon, he gave us what's basically in the PS5 box, right? Now, yeah, I mean, it definitely has your regular run-of-the-mill stuff, the system, the controller, and HDMI cord, stuff like that. But, well, the digital edition has the PS5, the wireless controller. It's also a base and everything like that. But the physical edition, it has pretty much the same exact thing, just the disk drive, right? Well, they both have 825 gigabytes of storage. No space is bigger than the other. So I'm really wondering how much of a difference in pricing is going to be? Say that the base system is $450. Is the digital version going to be $400? I mean, I think PlayStation can probably pull that off simply because they're PlayStation. I really think that the main one is going to be about $500, the PS4 with the disc drive. I really think it's going to be right there with Xbox and be $500. It's not, maybe not actually, because it's not as powerful as a Series X. So would that warrant them putting it out for $500? Just be like, yo, what you going to do? You going to buy the system or not? You going to buy our system regardless because we're PlayStation. We put out the best exclusives. I'm really interested in that. And then it's only 825 gigabytes of storage. It's a little more than the Xbox Series S, but it can't really compete with the Series X, which is about 1 terabyte. So, but it's all upgradable, but I'm really, I can't wait to see what's happening, what's going to happen with that. But tune in today at 4 o'clock Eastern today, and there will be a conference and covering. And of course, you will hear about it on Yesterday, Today, tomorrow. Yeah, that might be a little confusing. Put it on it'll be on the show tomorrow, 9 a.m. straight from the top of the day, top of the work day. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to hear more about this. And it's really the price right now. Price and what are the launch games? I know Sony, they're gonna hit us with 3-4 launch games. I'm thinking Demon Souls, Spider-Man, Bug Snacks. Maybe not Ratchet and Clank, because if it is, we're going to have a problem. I'm going to need a week, two, I'm going to need a month off from work so I can go ahead and play all of these games and appreciate them, because I'm getting, I'm in work now and I'm actually more active and this is good. But, yeah, so, well, I just can't wait to see the show tomorrow, and let's move forward here. So it appears that Immortal Phoenix Rising, it was inspired by an Assassin's Creed Odyssey bug. Yeah. It's weird. Whenever you were on the Adrestia, the ship that you controlled, the crewmen, the shipmen, the seamen, whatever you call them, they were on there, and there was a glitch that made them look like Cyclops. And so basically Scott Phillip looked and said, it'd be funny if we made a whole game out of that. Honestly, if that's how it came, well, that's very interesting, because Immortal Phoenix Rising looks really fun. But honestly, I just feel like maybe you just wanted to take the Assassin's Creed engine and run with it, but you felt like having a flying character fighting gods and stuff like that would have been a little too far-fetched, even though it's kind of in the game. But yeah, this game is a little bit cartoony looking, but it's still adult at the same time. But it's really interesting. And what I tell you, what also is interesting about Immortals Phoenix Rising, they just changed the name because they didn't want to clash with Monster Energy Drink. Yeah. Monster Energy Drink, I know you're thinking, hey, it's just an energy drink, but it does have a heavy hand in the games industry. They have esports teams and everything like that. But they basically said, yo, look, man, this is a problem. Because it was even in Death Stranding. They said, yo, we got a problem. We're going to go probably have to do the legal battle. But Ubisoft was just like, yo, you know what? We don't want no smoke, or we don't want to deal with the legal fees and nothing like that. Let's just change the name. Honestly, this name is definitely more fire. Gods and Monsters sound like a working title anyway. Immortal Phoenix Rising sounds much better, and it appeals to the game a lot more. So I'm really excited about seeing this game. I've been looking up on it, the customization, the male, the female. If you want your character to be green with red hair, why not? So I'm really excited. I don't know if you are, but let me know down in the comments below if you're down for this Kid Icarus Assassin's Creed Zelda Breath of the Wild clone. All right, lads and ladders, let's get into the real meat and potatoes. Put your bibs on, get your forks, and dig in. Nebellion tweeted over on Twitter. I mean, if he tweets, it's obviously on Twitter, right? Anyway, Nebellion, he tweeted and basically said, there is a rumor of Microsoft has been in talks to acquire Bungie multiple times, but they fell through each time due to Bungie's high price. And I saw that tweet. I was really wondering, like, why would they be in acquisition when they just got free from the deal they had with Activision, and now it's just straight up Bungie that makes Destiny now? But then Pete Parsons over at Bungie was just like, nah, son, this is false. All right, he didn't say the nah, son part, but he definitely replied to it and said, this is false. So it also says all of the info and speculation out there is not true. We are lucky to have a great relationship with our many friends at Microsoft who play Destiny, and Halo will always have a special place in our hearts. Honestly, if they ever got acquired by Microsoft, we could just go ahead and let 343 do something else. Now, I'm not trying to take any credit away from them. Halo 5 played amazingly. But that story though, I don't think anybody was feeling that story. But the combat was amazing. The game itself was beautiful. But that story though, nah, son, nah. But let's hope Halo Infinite is something bigger. I'm all for that grappling hook because that's straight fire. Now if we can weaponize it, you shoot it out and whip it, like maybe I would like that to happen. But well, guess Destiny is just still a whole solo thing. I can't wait to see what Bungie is actually gonna do. I want them to do something else now, right? I don't remember the last time we got something from them that wasn't a first person shooter. The last time that I remember that comes to mind was Oni on the PS2. Yeah, Oni, the anime style looking game with the young lady with the she had the guns like this and the background was silver. The game was fire, by the way. It was definitely fire. I think that was the last game that I remember that they made that wasn't Destiny or Halo or something like that. But all right, well, there isn't any new acquisitions because honestly, if Microsoft got them, bruh, seriously. Now let's move on here. So Sony. Remember how people were just like, yeah, well, those rumors that came about and said Sony is going to be coming down from 15 million ship units to 11 million. Well, Sony was like, nah, son, that ain't happening. They straight up came out and denied it because they had an exclusive interview with GameIndustry.biz, and the representative had pointed out that it says, we have not changed the production number for PlayStation 5 since the start of mass production, but we usually don't speak. We usually don't speak on this type of stuff, but we haven't. So that's good to know. I was absolutely one of those people who were concerned that maybe I wouldn't get one. Maybe you wouldn't get one. Honestly, I really think that this thing should really be shipped. First of all, COVID is very dangerous, but every time these consoles launch, honestly, there's some type of violence ratings and there's muggings and stuff like that. I've seen it coming from the neighbor. I'm from Brooklyn. When the PS2 came out, it straight up broke loose out there in Bed-Stuy. So it was a lot going on, and people just be safe. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. Have it shipped to you if you can, but if you must, go to your local GameStop or mom and pop shops if they have them, and take an Uber home. Be safe. Seriously. And I'm really hoping that, hey, look, we really can get our PS5 so we can enjoy it. I'm doing an unboxing. I'm going to be streaming, doing a bunch of coverage, and I'm going to be knee deep in stuff on. I can't wait. I just hope that, it's just going to be like a week apart between that and the 1X, the Series X, 1S. I don't even know if I'm getting that right away still, but I'm still interested because of the price range is awesome. But I know I'm getting a PS5, and with the fact that they're going to ship 15 million, well, it's a real good look. But since we're talking about the shipping, it appears that this, of course, is coming to you from Daniel Lamont on Twitter. Well, Sony is trying to pay extra to make sure everything comes on time and there's absolutely no delays. The tweet says Sony is using air freight to ensure that PS5 can meet demand, supply enough units. The company has booked 60 flights from October to ship consoles to retailers. This supply is expected to last through the quarter. Air freight is faster than sea, but more expensive. So they're getting ready to break the bank a little bit just to make sure these PS5s is going to come out. Honestly, why wouldn't they? They probably didn't even flinch when they said this is an option. We need to just do this. Because why? They are guaranteed selling every last one of these. Why? Because PlayStation, that's a brand name. It's like my man Frank Lucas would say. It's a brand name, PlayStation. All right. And then all you got to do is launch it alongside these phenomenal games. Well, Sony, they're going to do it. They always get the job done. They go the extra mile. We might not be happy that we got certain characters in certain games exclusive to their system, but they still do a lot of pro-consumer stuff. They want you to have their consoles. Yeah, it's going to be good for them in a long run, but Sony actually cares about the stuff that they make, right? I'm going to be honest here. Except for those PS4s with the loud jet engine fans. I don't have that experience, but I empathize with you, my people. So, well, on a recent updated Xbox Wire post, basically Microsoft explained why the Xbox Series S won't play backwards compatibility up to par like how the Xbox One X would be, simply because the developers. The official statement says the aim is to deliver the highest quality backwards compatibility experience consistent with the developer's original intent. Like if they really wanted it to look a certain way, you got to emulate the Xbox One S's version of it, I'm guessing. But it said, but it will still have some upscaling. The Xbox Series S will boast improved texture filtering, higher and more consistent frame rates, faster load times, and auto HDR. All right, cool, whatever. I'll probably most likely be getting a Series X and I won't have this problem, and hopefully I can just pop one of these games right into the system, no problem, or I'll just play it on Game Pass or download it or whatever or what have you. I'm really excited for next gen. Today we got this PS5 showcase. Next week the Xbox goes on. Availability for pre-order. It's just such an exciting time. Are you excited, lads and ladettes? At least as excited as me. Let me know down in the comments below. But in the meantime, like this video if you haven't already. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. If you're new here, subscribe and scroll up to all so you know when we bringing you that fresh and funky content. Lads and ladettes, thank you so much for watching. And this video is finito.